Jordan inks a deal for 8 new F-16 fighter aircraft, and eurozone inflation hits a record high of 8.1%. You're watching the Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Ramia Faraj. Jordan is purchasing 8 new production F-16 Block 70 fighter aircraft for an undisclosed amount. Lockheed Martin says the F-16 acquisition reflects over 70 years of U.S. cooperation and decades of partnership. The new production F-16 aircraft extends Jordan's existing fleet of F-16s. Eurozone inflation rose to a record high of 8.1% in May from 7.4% in April. It's more than 4 times the European Central Bank's target. Initially driven by post-pandemic supply shortages and soaring energy prices following Russia's invasion of Ukraine, inflation has now become increasingly broad, affecting everything from food and services to everyday goods. A 39% rise in energy costs was the main inflation driver. France says it hasn't received any natural gas from Russia via pipeline since June 15th, after Russian energy giant Gazprom warned this week it would sharply cut deliveries to Europe. Gazprom says the supply reductions via the Nord Stream pipeline are the result of repair work, but EU officials believe Moscow is punishing Ukraine's allies. France gets around 17% of its gas from Russia. Supplies had already been reduced by 60% since the beginning of this year, sending prices soaring. Meanwhile, Italy's Eni says it will receive only 50% of the gas requested from Gazprom for today, reducing supplies for the 3rd day running. The cut follows accusations by Rome that Gazprom is peddling lies over a series of cuts. Shares in Japan and South Korea closed down today after a week of losses triggered by Fed hikes and fears of a possible recession. Japan's benchmark Nikkei closed down 1.77%, losing 7% so far in the week, its biggest drop since April 2020. South Korea's benchmark Kospi slipped 0.43%, marking its lowest close since November 2020. But bucking the trend was Hong Kong's benchmark Hang Seng, closing the day up 1.1%. President Xi Jinping will host a virtual summit with top leaders from Russia, India, Brazil, and South Africa on June 23rd, marking the first such meeting since the Ukraine war. The influential club of BRICS, emerging economies formed in 2009, is home to more than 40% of the global population. It also accounts for nearly a quarter of the world's GDP. China, India, and South Africa haven't condemned Russia's invasion of Ukraine. SpaceX has reportedly fired employees who helped write and distribute an open letter criticizing CEO Elon Musk's behavior. SpaceX President Gwen Shotwell sent an email saying the company had investigated and terminated a number of employees involved with the letter. It was unclear how many employees were terminated. A group of SpaceX employees derided Musk as a distraction and an embarrassment in an internal letter to executives. The letter says SpaceX must swiftly and explicitly separate itself from Elon's personal brand. And that brings us to today's Forbes Real-Time Billionaires ranking, where Musk is our biggest loser, down $14.2 billion overnight with net wealth of $201.4 billion. Our second biggest loser today is Jeff Bezos, down $4 billion with net wealth of $129.4 billion. And our third place loser is Gautam Adani, down $3.6 billion with net wealth of $93.6 billion. Check out our website and our social media for all of the latest Billionaires news. UK authorities have approved the extradition of WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange to the United States to face criminal charges, bringing his long-running legal saga closer to a conclusion. Assange is wanted by U.S. authorities on 18 counts, including a spying charge relating to WikiLeaks' release confidential U.S. military records and diplomatic cables, which authorities said put lives in danger. But his supporters say he's an anti-establishment hero, whose prosecution is a politically motivated assault on journalism and on free speech. I'm Ramia Faraj. This is the Daily Brief. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.